Pisces, I'm hearing a song. I don't know if you remember, back in the day in the 80s, there used to be a song called You're So Vain by Carly Simon. And I'm hearing the clouds in your coffee. Clouds in your coffee. And so that definitely makes me want to look into this reading for you and see who's there in the background making you feel like you're having to defend yourself and promises you clouds in your coffee. This is the Arcana Veil. Let's have a look for you. Well, Pisces is dealing with Pisces. There's passion. There's communication, but it fell like this. But I won't ever read these upside down. I will always read them upright. Communication from someone that you're perhaps missing or connecting with. Perhaps you're missing yourself. Perhaps there's a part of you in your consciousness that you seek to experience. There seems to be a nature of a focus in terms of how you are presenting yourself to and from certain things. How is this person dealing with you? This may be a relationship reading for some, but not for all. It is not fully revealed in the reading yet, so I'm just saying that I'm picking up that there's people that are trying to deal with certain behaviors in other people that are actually making them feel either conflicted in themselves or hindering a sense of communication that they are seeking to have from those people. This could be in your workplace as well. It is based on relationship, so you can have a relationship with your work colleague in terms of communication as well. So there's a focus on that issue. For some of you, there's a desire to have the passion connect again with someone, and you're waiting for them to call, but they haven't called yet. Maybe they have seeded the clouds in your coffee, unfortunately. Let's have a look and see for you what the tarot has to say. This is a new deck. I'm just playing with this deck, and let's have a look and see how this goes. This deck is extremely cumbersome and thick to work with. The cards are literally thick. We have the Knight of Swords here. We have the Page of Hearts, which is Page of Cups. We have the Knight of Scepters or Wands here under the communication. So definitely, some of you are loving a situation and relationship. We have the Queen of Spikes here, the Queen of Swords. And we have Three of Coins here. Lots of rabbits around the coins there. Good. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We're seeing that for some of you in the Pisces collective, and this is not for all Pisceans, of course, this is wherever Pisces is within your chart. Have a look at that and you'll be able to understand how this impacts you in some way, shape or form. There's been any type of focus on certain ideas or things that have been in your mind for some time. It has found this channel for the reading to take place. Reading it through ether has made itself present here for me, for you. Within the nature of this frequency that you're dealing with, there seems to be a Knight of Swords situation where you're trying to establish what works, how to bring it across, bring the communication across. There is communication here and there's communication in the Oracle as well, where it's suggesting that there's definitely some sort of sense of needing to have it start to happen for you. There seems to be a Page of Hearts here right under the Passion card, which suggests that there's a beginning of some sort of a small way, a small little fire that's being kindled between you and another person. In terms of communication, in terms of emotional expression, there's some sort of contact taking place. As you can see, it's Mercury's helmet here with the wings and the scepter there as healing, or as the caduceus, which brings the joy back into the heart again. We have the Knight of Scepters here, right over the communication here, definitely suggesting that you will have that communication come to you. It may actually take a week or be in a few days of this coming week. And the frequency is saying that you are definitely going to be encountering how to bring it across, how to talk more with this person, how to find how they communicate back with you. There's the Queen of Swords here, or the Queen of Spikes, that is definitely in the position of needing to observe that you don't lose your footing while this happens, because in some of your natures within yourself, depending where you are, you may sometimes forget that you still need to work a certain way to hold yourself in a particular financial security. But it seems to be that you're actually going to be okay with that, because it's right here in your pathway in the mid-heavens of where you find yourself in your consciousness, which is in the uppermost in your head, to put it like that. Let's have a look for you in the underworld, which definitely suggests that which is in the subconscious, things that may be of concern that might crop up, things that you can actually take out from the underworld and mine it into your consciousness so that you are able to focus on something that brings you joy. Page of Pentacles. You don't have to set something new in place. I mean, it's already there. The Knight of Spikes or Swords is making it happen fast, and you don't want to hinder that speed in which the communication is coming towards you, or that new placement of the job that you're looking for, and actually having an interview with them, which is also coming up here in terms of career. I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles. Might need to negotiate your salary with this person that's hiring you or doing the interview with you, since they seem to want to start you off with something smaller than what you are actually able to do, since you have the Queen of Swords here and you have the Knight here. There's a lot of knights and queens here, a lot of action, movement, and a lot of people that are in the Piscean collective being part of this frequency in terms of the communication. Everyone is waiting for something. I can hear the rapping on the table as there's a waiting for that to happen. Let's have a look here. There's even a Page of Hearts there. So there's an 8 of Cups here. There's a lot of people in the energy. This could be at work. You might have a communication or a connection with someone at work. The 8 of Cups being brought up, and how having that come to the surface gives you a more mature way of observing how things are. I'm seeing that there's the Queen of Pentacles here as well. So you're having a lot of these embodiments or archetypes in your reading here, suggesting that you're definitely Queen of Pentacles right under the Knight of Wands or Scepters. It's coming to the surface. It is definitely going to be in your grasp. Some money there. You definitely have done the negotiation with the person that has perhaps hired you. You've also done the communication within your inner mind in terms of who you want to connect on an emotional level, relationship wise. There's someone who's actually recovering from some unwellness that you've had for some time or has had, and there's definitely a focus on wanting to become more sort of rejuvenated in this next part of their leg. This could be for someone who is also rather mature, who has just overcome some sort of flu or something like that. Could be in the northern hemisphere. The 3 of Coins here, giving us the indication that you're definitely going towards a new season, a warmer season. The warmth, that's the Knight of Cups here under the Queen of Swords here. Definitely a 9 of Cups here. You're coming to the ending of something where you've had to hold back a lot of emotional feelings in terms of your connection and your commitment with the other person. You are seeking a commitment from the other person. The other person doesn't seem to communicate it across the way that you would want it to happen. Seems to be more sort of like needing to address it in a particular way that makes more sense for them. But you're expecting them to say it for you. There's the Eight of Pentacles here. And there's the Eight of Cups here. So there's definitely a focus on relationships, and there's a focus on jobs here, or career for some of you. So that seems to be the most, or it could be for both in your life path. You may be focusing on both of them right now as you're listening to this reading. So for your love and your relationship side, it says that you're needing to just sort of not move too fast in the expectation of what you want to come from the other person to you. In other words, allow the process to flow. Live in the present moment, in the flow of the connection. So whenever there's a communication or there's a meeting up with the other person, enjoy that moment to its fullest. Live in every moment, and there will be many of those moments to happen. And that idea about seeking commitment and needing to know if they're wasting your time is going to become clarified for you, Queen of Swords here with the Nine of Cups, that perhaps that whole idea about thinking that you're being messed around with is kind of sort of to the point made and ended. It's run its course. It's ended now off itself for you. If you're concerned about your work, Knight of Pentacles here under the Three of Pentacles. There's the Page of Pentacles here under the Knight of Swords, which means in any case, you're not going to be without any particular financial abundance. If you started a job, you should give yourself the same amount of time and pressure and less pressure, and focus on every moment that you're working in that, because that's how you build a focus and a movement dynamically to who you are, to where you are. So if you're focused on yourself and focusing on how you work, then that energy around you will be in support of you. Let's find the bridge here for you. We have the Page of Wands here. Okay, apologize for the noise in the background. There's Page of Wands here, definitely saying Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, new, young information, fresh information coming through. Nine of Wands here over the Eight of Cups, coming to a conclusion, coming to an ending of something old, an old cycle, building it up so that it starts again within yourself, feeling the passion once more for who you are. King of Cups, right over the Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands, King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. The focus is within the heart of the self and acknowledging all the parts that are the strongest within you. We have the Six of Wands here, definitely having some sort of discussions with your groups, your friends, whatever. Is there a source of information that you're seeking here? It doesn't seem to be that you're looking for other things other than to try and build that energy back into yourself again. Five of Wands, build back better is what I hear, yourself. Pisces, this was your reading. Until next time.